Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're sharpening our knives and diving headfirst into the terrifying new Ghostface story, Scream 7. Okay, so let's get right into this brand new chapter. Now, even though we're meeting a whole new cast of characters, you better believe it lives and breathes by the same bloody rules as all the movies that came before. But it's also asking a really fascinating question. What do those rules look like in an age where everyone is being watched, and deepfakes can make you question reality itself? And you know how these things go? Like any good Scream story, it all kicks off with that classic, terrifying phone call and an opening kill that is just designed to leave you completely breathless. So meet Scott and Lily. They've just moved into a new house that has, well, a pretty gruesome history. They find this Ghostface figure inside, but they just laugh it off. They think it's some kind of high-tech robot, a cool prop for their new place. But, as we all know, when you're in a horror movie, the house always wins. Well, the fun doesn't last long. The phone rings, and it's a real killer. That friendly quiz about scary movies gets real menacing real fast. And it ends with this absolutely chilling promise. The prank is over. This is happening. That so-called robot? Yeah, it springs to life. Scott is taken out instantly with a knife straight through the head. Lily puts up a fight, but she's cornered, killed, and then Ghostface sets the whole house on fire. It's a swift, brutal opening that tells you right away, this one is going to be dark. So, with our opening victims out of the picture, who is Ghostface after now? Well, the killer wastes no time setting his sights on a whole new generation of targets. At the very center of all this is Charlotte, and here's her inner circle. You've got her boyfriend Mike, her super protective mom Cathy, her dad John, who just happens to be a cop, and her university friend Angela. It's the perfect core four for a new horror movie. Except, of course, they have no idea the script's already been written for them in blood. Any sense of quiet is just completely shattered when Ghostface starts the next phase of the attack, and this one is very public and absolutely horrifying. This is where the killer's game gets deeply personal. Cathy gets a video call, and on the screen is Ghostface standing right outside her daughter's university. The terror becomes a live stream. This isn't just some threat, it's a performance, kicking off a desperate race against time for the whole family. Now this next part is just clinical. While Angela's practicing for a performance, she's left literally dangling in the air. That's when Ghostface just walks out on stage in front of her horrified friends and her mom who just arrived. He brutally murders her. It's an unbelievable, terrifying public spectacle. The terror doesn't stay at the university. It follows them home. Ghostface breaks into their house, grabs Charlotte, and this insane fight breaks out. It spills onto the street, and the killer actually gets run over by a car. For a second, you think, wait, is it over already? The unmasking is supposed to be the moment you get answers, you get relief. But nope, not this time. Here, it just makes everything a whole lot scarier. So here's the kicker. The face under the mask, it's a total stranger. Nobody knows this guy. And that's when it hits them. This wasn't the killer. This was just a pawn. It's a classic Scream misdirect, right? It's designed to make them feel safe for a second, only to realize the true mastermind is still out there, pulling all the strings. So now, with everyone on high alert and the cops swarming, the real Ghostface, or maybe Ghost Faces, launch the main part of their twisted, calculated plan. And you can see their strategy right here. It's cold, it's methodical, it's divide and conquer. They get each person alone to create as much terror as possible. John is attacked at home, Cathy gets lured to a TV studio, and all the kids are targeted at a local bar. And just to add another layer of paranoia, right before the attack at the bar, Charlotte finds out her boyfriend Mike has been making deepfake AI videos of Ghostface. I mean, talk about a modern betrayal. It completely blurs the line between a sick joke and something much, much worse. In a world of masks, how can you even trust what you see on a screen? Charlotte actually manages to escape that bloodbath and gets to a storage unit, with her mom guiding her on the phone. She even shoots one of the Ghostface attackers. But just as she thinks she has a second to breathe, a second Ghostface appears. And there it is. Rule number 1 is broken. It's never just one killer. And that brings us to the bloody final act. Charlotte has been captured, and her mom, Cathy, is being lured to one last confrontation where every secret is finally going to come out. It's a question that drives every single one of these stories, right? After all the chaos, the misdirection, the killing, who is really behind the masks this time? And here they are. The killers are unmasked as Todd and Jessica, and it turns out both of them are tied directly to Cathy's past. This whole thing, all the horror, it wasn't random at all. It was a deeply personal vendetta aimed right at her. Jessica lays her motive bare with this one chilling line. This isn't about movies. It's not about making some meta statement. This is pure, cold-blooded revenge. It completely strips away all the fun and games of the franchise and gives us something way more terrifying: grief that has been twisted into a weapon. The climax is just a desperate, brutal fight to survive. Cathy and Charlotte, they work together. A quick signal gives Cathy the opening she needs to take out Todd. Then it's just this vicious brawl between Cathy and Jessica, and it all ends with mother and daughter fighting together to finally put an end to the nightmare. In the aftermath, with the police and ambulances everywhere, we see this huge shift. All that trauma, it's forged this new, powerful bond between them. Charlotte isn't just a victim anymore. She's a survivor. She's a final girl. And that's really a core theme here, right? It's not just about surviving. It's about inheriting the strength and the scars of the people who fought right beside you. And that brings our explainer to a close. They survived this Ghostface. But the story leaves us with that one chilling, echoing question that haunts the entire franchise. In a world where anyone's trauma can become a motive, is the cycle of violence ever really over?